Once upon a time, Adam Park decided to quit the Power Rangers. He found himself a wife and a daughter and moved to the middle of nowhere to live in peace. But little did he know, his dark past would soon come to haunt him. Welcome to Dumb Down, the show where we summarize movies in hopes of understanding them better. Today, we dumb down Broken Path, also known as Broken Fist, also known as Attack of the Yakuza. Fucking pick one, guys. To be honest, this story isn't about Adam Park. It's about this dude named Jack. He recently moved to a very secluded house with his wife and his daughter. All his neighbors gathered together for a very nice and awkward looking housewarming party. And neighbors is just a figure of speech, because they made sure to tell us that the closest neighbor to them is about a mile away.
I'm your closest neighbor. How far away did you say you live again? We're just 3 miles, right down the road.
They really are in the middle of nowhere. The script writers also make sure to let us know that cell phones don't even work here.
You get reception out here?
Oh, no, but it makes a good kitchen timer.
Which brings one question to mind. Why the fuck would anyone move here in the first place?
Why?
After the party, one of the neighbors takes Jack's daughter. He's doing them a favor and giving her a ride to summer camp, where she's supposed to go spend all summer. I guess back in the days in the far year of 2008, one would just give their daughter to a random neighbor, like it's nothing.
Well, that was weird.
Now Jack and his wife were left alone to get freaky, but don't worry, we don't get to see much other than the same damn music playing in the background every time they act slightly romantic with each other. At one point I even thought they were gonna get it on the stairway, the room style, but no, absolutely nothing. Here they drop a bunch of exposition about how they've moved several times and how they hope this is the last time, and they explain how Jack is nothing but a computer nerd with a brand new job at a new computer company. Yeah, that vague.
Yeah, I thought everyone in the computer industry was young, but when I walked in there...
It's the pay. Bob, you have to remember, he's just a computer geek. We have to teach him a couple of things.
However, later that night, they are ambushed by the Putty Patrol.
Oh no! Putties!
Sorry, they are ambushed by some random masked man. At first, Jack is getting his ass kicked, but to protect his wife, he goes full-on beast mode and starts opening a can of whoop-ass. Leaving his wife shook, wondering who the fuck her husband truly is.
How do you know those moves?
Lisa!
After a very long fight, they manage to escape to a shed, where they attempt to clean themselves up. And now we also see that one of the masked men is actually a woman named Sakura. As Sakura and her masked men are about to resume kicking Jack's ass, a new masked guy decides to start helping Jack. He reveals himself to be Yoshi, one of Jack's old friends. Wow, they couldn't have picked two more generic Japanese names than Sakura and Yoshi. Yoshi tells Jack to protect his wife and to get away. He will hold them back. But this motherfucker doesn't even last 30 seconds before getting stabbed, which forces Jack to run back to help him. Jack helps him, and they get away yet again. This time, Jack, his wife, and Yoshi hide away in an attic. And now Yoshi gets patched up, but his patch-up job is so poorly that he's even patched up over his own clothing. Next time I get a cut on my shoulder, I'll just put a band-aid over my t-shirt. And now Jack's wife keeps asking the same fucking question that we've been asking.
You could tell me what's going on.
So Jack reveals that as a baby, he was taken away from his family and trained to be a killer by a secret Japanese organization. And he explained this in possibly the worst acted moment of the movie.
My father sold me as a baby. I was taken from my family. I was forced to do things you could never imagine anyone could ever do. Things that haunt me to this day. I couldn't be a part of it. So I ran away.
But his wife has zero sympathy for him because she calls him a liar right away.
You lied to me for 9 years?
I was afraid to tell you.
You're a liar.
But there is no time for this shittily acted drama right now, because Jack has a plan. He will go get his truck's keys and they will all get in the truck and escape. So he goes to the garage, and here he comes across one of the masked men, and after fighting him for a little bit, Jack stabs him in the dick and then cuts his fucking arm off. But now Sakura and the other guys show up, and an all-out brawl begins again. At this point, Jack's wife hides in a closet as Jack gets the living shit kicked out of him, and all of her sadness comes pouring out in a greatly acted sequence. Eventually, one of the masked men gets to her, and here we have 3 different fights happening at the same time. Yoshi versus one masked man, another one versus Lisa, and Jack versus Sakura. This entire movie is a giant fight scene. In the middle of this, one of these dudes drowns Lisa in a tub, but Jack gets there in time to revive her with some very unorthodox CPR. Jack fights their way out again, chopping out this motherfucker's head and penetrating this guy's throat along the way. Only to discover that all his truck's tires have been slashed. But that isn't even the worst part. His good friend Yoshi, he appears dead on the ground. And now Sakura has the upper hand yet again. She grabs Lisa and holds her at knife point, long enough to deliver some bullshit bad guy dialogue. And as Lisa attempts to run away, Sakura stabs her, and Lisa dies.
Lisa! In the arms of the angels, fly away from here. In this dark, cold hotel room, and the endless love that you feel.
Not really, getting stabbed doesn't mean shit in this movie. This infuriates Jack. But does this rage make him act any better? No, but these fight scenes are on point. And now we get the final showdown. Sakura versus Jack. Jack goes full-on beast mode and rotates Sakura's head. He now rushes over to his wife, and they live happily ever after. They have more holes on them than a full game of golf, but hey, the power of love conquers all stab wounds. But wait, hold on a second. There's still 15 minutes left to this movie. Could it be? That's right, bitches, twist time. Remember when we clearly saw Yoshi dead on the ground? Well, he was just plain dead. The true dead person is the neighbor from the beginning, the one taking Jack's daughter to camp. And wouldn't you guess it? Yoshi was pretending to be good all along. And he has Jack's daughter. Okay, hold up a second. So all those times that he was alone with Jack, where he could have easily stabbed the shit out of him and kill him, he didn't. He instead chose to pretend to be good. For what? If his ultimate goal is to kill him, then just fucking kill him. Don't pretend to be good until the end just to add some shitty twist to the movie.
What's the matter, Pop? I'm confused.
Whatever, guys. Moving on. And here we get some typical bad guy dialogue before a fight type of bullshit, where we also get another Oscar-worthy scene from Yong Bosch.
You lying son of a bitch. Then take me. They want me, right? Take me, not her. Let her go. I can't. You can. Yoshi. Please. It's my family. Please. Yoshi.
Now Yoshi and Jack have the truest true final showdown.
Even if it costs my life, I'm going to kill you! Time to end this! Gun, I cannot miss! In this ultimate battle! I'll never stop, no matter what the world may
Jack gets stabbed several times. Then he tells his daughter to close her eyes, and he goes Super Saiyan, making him extra powerful to kick Yoshi's ass halfway to Sunday. How the fuck isn't Jack tired yet? He's been fighting for 90 minutes. But he ultimately defeats Yoshi with the help of his wife, Lisa. And now Jack, Lisa, and their daughter live happily ever after. They have more holes on them than Swiss cheese, but love conquers all. The movie ends with the three of them walking away from their home. Bleeding profusely, they embark in a mile-plus walk to their nearest neighbor. Where the fuck was Jack when the Avengers needed to fight Thanos? With Jack and the Avengers, they probably would have defeated him in Infinity War and we wouldn't even need Endgame.
You have my respect, Stark. When I'm done, half of humanity will still be alive.
This has been Broken Path Dumbed Down, a highly entertaining 90-minute action scene. The plot was super minimal and pretty bad, but hey, you gotta love Johnny Yong Bosch kicking some ass. And this time there's blood, unlike in the Power Rangers. Make sure you like this video and subscribe. Also, share with all your friends. And while you're at it, make sure you follow us on Instagram.
See ya! Bye!
Get the fuck out of here.
If you want any more of that, you can come by and see us again, yeah?
Why not?
Because I can!